Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Growing Orchids in Jamaica. If you want to see more on how I grow my orchids in Jamaica, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see how I grow my Dendrobium Nobile Orchids in Jamaica, just stay tuned right after this intro. Today I will be introducing you to my Dendrobium Nobile Orchids. The Dendrobium Nobile Orchids are amongst the loveliest orchids that we grow. They flower late winter and this continues up until early spring. The flower will last for up to 4 weeks or sometimes even longer. What I find with it here in Jamaica, it is somewhat difficult to get them to bloom. And because of that, I myself have not necessarily mastered the art of growing them as well. However, I try different things. This is where I have them. I have them in the southern area of my home. I have them on a little stand, and I actually keep them, especially during the summer period when it's hot, under a 50% shade right here. However, I also keep them in some makeshift humidity tray because I realize that whilst they like to dry out, they also like to be properly watered. Now, in order to get them to bloom, what I tend to do is from about October, November thereabout, I stop watering. And if you would have noticed here, I have these two hung. I'm trying this for the first time here, where I take them definitely out of the humidity tray and off the shelf and hung them to see if I can get them to bloom. I've noticed where I'm losing some leaves, like right here. No, this is typical of them for them to bloom. No, I have different types here. I have one in bloom right now. This one here. That is in bloom. This is the only one that I have in bloom now. And I have it in a small pot. So of course, because the pot is really small, it would have been drying out pretty quickly. And I find that this one, actually this plant, I got it as a division. Actually, this is one of the reason I got my name Orchid Doc, because my friend Beulah, hey Beulah, had this plant and it was actually dying. And she called me and I told her, just take it to me and let me see what I can do. And I actually brought it back to life, and I myself got a plant from it. And I gave her back hers, and hers is doing pretty well right now. Right, I actually had stopped watering for some time now and hoping that I'll get some others to bloom for me. This one is actually the Dendrobium Nobile, and it never bloomed last year, but I'm trying a different strategy this year to see if I can get it to actually bloom. I do not have the ID for this one. However, I tend to get this one to bloom for me each year. This one that I have right here is pretty new. It's the Dendrobium Nobile cross with the Frederixianum and the Dawn Marie. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed and hoping that this one will do something for me this year. It has on a nice plant here, so I'm really just keeping my fingers crossed because it's actually a truly beautiful plant. And these two are the Parisiae. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed basically and hope that it will work. What I'll do too, whilst I am not watering, I will also just occasionally spray them, not necessarily water, but if I see where they're getting too dried out, I will give it a little spritz with the spray bottle. During the summer, they get a lot of sunlight, so that's why I have to filter it right here. So this is my little collection of my Dendrobium nobile. I actually also have one on mount, and it actually bloomed for me last year, put on a nice little show. Alright, this is actually the Dendrobium Parisiae that I bloomed for me nicely last. I don't know what it will do this time around. I am just hoping. It has, this one is mounted, and there it has some new growth and the old canes are still there. So I'm just hoping that it will actually put on a beautiful show for me this year. I also have some here in my greenhouse. They grow quite lush and nice. All right, the medium that I have these in are actually some sawdust mixed with gravel and charcoal, and it seemed to do pretty well, but I don't know if I will actually get it to bloom right here, because what I'll do with these is I'll take them off and then pot them, but I'm not going to trouble these. I'm going to just see what will happen with these this year. I think this one is also the Parisiae. Right, so the medium I have these in is actually, I use the 1/2 inch river stone, and it's mixed with charcoal. To some of them, I will add the Dendrobium Special Orchid mix. But this one is merely the 1/2 inch 1/2 inch river stone mixed with the smaller bits of the charcoal, and it seemed to do very well in that medium. And then I'll add a bit of slow release to it. And so this is how I grow my Dendrobium Nobile Orchids, and I am just hoping that I'll get some more blooms this year. If you notice here how it blooms, it actually blooms from the stem, unlike the other dendrobium, the other cane dendrobium, because this too is it's a cane dendrobium, but it blooms somewhat different from the others. While the others will send out one spike from the center of the top, this one will send out several blooms from the side of the cane, and for the most part it loses its leaf before it actually blooms, but not all the time, because if you would have noticed with this one, it still has on the leaves, and yet it is putting on this stunning show, right? So that is what differentiates the nobile from some of the other kinds of cane dendrobium. If you truly enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And so you never miss another video, please subscribe to my channel. And as we say in Jamaica, just follow back on me. This is the Orchid Duck, and I am growing orchids in Manchester, Jamaica.